That's really nice writing. So I didn't feel the need for more. It was enough. And I don't think mystery is created. I think when you say as much as you have to, and I guess it's not a blabbering character, so it was easy to retain that. And much credit to the way it was written, the way it was shot, and the way the primary characters interact with her. So how you are with me is very different from how you are with your partner, your parent, your friend. But the minute one sees you in all these perspectives, they get a better understanding of who you are, right? But if Kaveri is seen only from the perspective of her lover, her partner, and from this special creature, you don't really know her from any other perspective. So maybe holding back is what gives her that mystery.
So in these workshops, I'm very curious to see how did you crack the characters in the course of this workshop in terms of interpersonal relationships between the characters. Like, for example, between you and Aditya, how did you say, what is the level of bromance that you would have? Like, was that part of the workshop? Was it part of the script? How did you arrive at like a chemistry? Because it's about, you're the antagonist, he's the protagonist, and you both needed to have a chemistry because the relationship is again interestingly phrased as Ravan and Vibhishan. So it's almost like he could have been your brother, right? So how do actors interpret that sort of chemistry from the script and like say, this is how we're going to do it? How much intimacy is the right chemistry?
I think horses for courses. I mean, I don't think there's any one right way. I think the way that Sandeep approached, I think Anil sir's and my equation on screen is I don't think we met at all. Yeah. I think he preferred it for us to just get there on set. And of course, I think Anil sir and me were I was fortunate enough to work with Anil sir on Malang. So we had worked before. And I think that's why Sandeep felt confident enough that we had that professional understanding was already there, and that it might have been better for the characters to just kind of meet in the moment, right, Sandeep?
I think the way we approached it is like it's a boxing match. There are two boxers, and both need to prepare individually. So AK sir and we would prepare his whole world of friends, family. So AK sir would have his workshop with Shobita, with Dada, Saswata, while his workshop was the only little thing which we did. Of course, we had moments with the girl,
just a little bit with Safina,
with Safina, and a very little with Nasir, with Tilotama.
With Tilotama, yeah.
So the idea was it was preparation of two different worlds, and then see them both explode when they both meet. You know, both don't know what the other's prepping for. You know, so. It's theoretically beautiful. I hope it works on screen and it looks good.
Yeah, but I think one thing that was also interesting was that we ended up workshopping a couple of sticky scenes, stuff that we were not so sure of, that I think we really benefited from the workshop process by going in there and exploring those scenes. And it helps so much when you're not on the clock and the whole world doesn't depend on that working on that day. And that's one learning that I had, that, I mean, it's all very well to workshop, but it's important to know how to workshop. And I think that's something that I learned from Sandeep on this, because we were able to explore scenes uninhibited and finally, at least if not find it, get closer to the answer after those experiences.
So your character has no reason to hate him, right? But his character has enough history, like, because he knows what you did. But you have no reason, at least in the first 4 episodes, to hate his character. Your character has no reason. So you're obviously there's a certain warmth with which you're approaching the role. You're not treating him like an outsider in the first place. You're in fact doing the opposite. You are like including him more and more into the family. So how does it work? Like, because you know that your character has done something extremely horrible to him because you've read the script. And yet, on screen, the audience shouldn't be aware of the history. You should let him into your life. You should be welcoming. How did you plan that out? Because he's not going to give you back your positivity, because his character is not going to allow him to give that positivity back.
He's given 2 mics to Shobita. Sandeep, he's always been very partial. When he hugs her for quite a few minutes. With me, he just shakes his hand. Oh, we're given 2 mics also, huh? You know, I think my mind was there. Obviously, you know, this character, Shailendra Rungta, is a gambler. He goes with instinct. And he trusts people. But still, trusts them easily. And the way I imagine, वो किसी को मिलता है, किसी को देखता है और बोलता है यार इसमें कुछ बात है. There is something about it, and that's what I am in real life also. To a certain extent, which I could relate to, that if I've gone wrong also. I've been betrayed. You know, everybody's betrayed. You know, most of the time you're right in your instincts of people, but sometimes you go wrong. So I feel, and as you say that I've read the script, but overall when you go on the set, you don't remember the entire script. You are going, stay in the moment. And the scene given, and you know, you can't remember 7 hours of the entire script, you know. It's there at the back of the mind, but you forget about it and you're in the moment. So that's the reason I'm warm, because I feel इसमें बात है कुछ जो है, you know, ultimately. So that's the reason that I'm nice to him, and I was not feeling any kind of it's a gambler's instinct. ये काम का आदमी है. और वो बाद में काम का नहीं निकलता, वो बाद में पता चलेगा. But till that time, I know that this is younger, and he trusts him. He trusts his girlfriend also. But धीरे-धीरे पता चलता है कि सब गड़बड़ कर रहे हैं, you know. And this is what happens. Yeah. Why did you do this to me? Yeah? Why
money,
did you?
money. It's all about money.
Huh? Just because I don't have 6 packs, huh?
So that you have.
Huh? Huh?
And it's not
Don't
just
do this. Huh? Next season, I'm going to have 6 packs. So I want you back.
And it's not a single point of betrayal. I think there are 2 betrayers here. Here's betrayer number 2 we haven't seen much of yet.
See, so far there's been nothing of the sort if you look at it. So I think no spoilers.
But you are
Still,
infiltrating.
there are scenes in the first part also where a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, little bit. ऐसा मत करो यार.
Okay, just to like move away from spoiler territory, I want to go back to what I was.
There's no spoilers at all.
The betrayal part could be perceived by some
But
people.
yes, of course, yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Betrayed. You saw they were
Yeah,
near
he is trying to
near the pool
infiltrate
side.
the
They are there. आंखों में बातें हो रही हैं.
Yeah,
What is that?
absolutely.
आंखों में बातें.
Representation, that's what I wanted to, that's the first,
Sorry यार. Little
that's
life में थोड़ा fun होना बहुत जरूरी है.
absolutely.
Can't take everything very seriously.
Yes, yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Friends, can't make it very. Sorry.
Shobita, you forgot to, you missed that part of the question, I think, when I asked you about representation mattering, like because your identity. Do you think it's important to have your identity on screen? Like, is it relevant? Because in India, we have different cultures, right? We have so many different languages. The language changes every 100 kilometers in this country. And so when we are, so that's why I'm glad that your accent exists. And you've not made any attempt to change the way you speak, or it's like, I like the fact that it is South Indian, right? Like, because I'm from Chennai, I feel represented when you're there. So I wanted to talk to you about that, like in terms of representation, is this like a conscious part of like being part of your brand, that you need to be this person authentic to your identity?
Have you heard of Tenali Raman?
Yeah.
So Tenali is a place, it exists. I'm from there. I grew up in Vizag. I speak Telugu at home. I think in Telugu. I moved to Mumbai after my high school, and I speak Hindi now. It's been a good 13, 14 years in Mumbai. Another whatever. So my life, so I don't know where home is. And we are all products of the experiences we've had, but we are also products of the experiences we aspire to have. So I don't think any person represents one fixed thing. You are not just Chennai. You're also this guy sitting in Powai in a suit asking me a question. And it's very separate from the reality of North Madras. So don't clap and all, yeah. I just feel...
I told you all.
Even I said it. I said it first.
These guys.
That's why she's got 2 mics, you know.
So I just feel that identity is porous. There are no boundaries. It's not defined. Who I was a couple of years ago is very, very different from the person I am now. And I'm pretty positive. I would be fortunate if I am a different person to some extent in some time to come. And it means that I'm interacting with life with an open heart, and I'm absorbing whatever's good, and I'm changing with the times. And as for characters, as a child watching cinema, I watched Telugu cinema, I watched Tamil cinema, I watched Hindi cinema, and all I remember was performances that reached the heart, jokes that landed. I didn't even speak Hindi when I was a child. So I don't think representation necessarily